So as said before, this is the double bluff. It's a 17-foot Seahawk. They were made up in Reedham. There was two companies, I believe, up in Norfolk that made them. And as I said before, they're a very, very capable little boat. Have a look underneath. If I can keep this camera steady. And what you've got is, you've got almost a bilge keel. You've also got what is a main keel. There's your bilge keel, look, there's the main. And the main also has a drop plate. So this makes this very, very stable. And also in there is about I think the ballast is about 1/4 ton of concrete. And as I said, you can't believe how stable this is in the water compared with the Sweet Seal, and the Sweet Seal was only a foot shorter. Now the moment you put an extra foot on a boat, you also increase the beam or the width, and that's exactly what this is. It increases the size of the boat a terrific amount. I don't know the exact calculation, but longer boats are wider and deeper too, so you get a lot more room. And this is the cockpit, and as you can see, it's quite roomy. A little bit of area for storage and that sort of thing as well. Engine wise on this is a 4-stroke 4-horsepower Yamaha, which is on a remote tank. That's got to come off and be serviced. As you can see on the other side, the antifoul has got to be redone, but the hull is in remarkably good shape for being out on the river all year on my mooring. Although this is on a mooring, it will make an excellent trailer sailor, and that's what it will be when we get the fine line onto the mooring. Yeah, my intention is to build a trailer, or get hold of a trailer, that will take this boat comfortably and make some sort of gubbins at the front, so that I can lower the mast quickly if I want to go under a bridge. And the idea is to trailer sail this everywhere I can, and I'd love to go up and sail on, say, Windermere or on the Norfolk Broads, or even do some of the canals. That would be absolutely fantastic. So before we can do any of that, there's a few things got to be done. To get this back on the water this year, really, all that needs to be done is the antifoul. Inside, you can see this, that's not very good admittedly, but there you go. There's a fair bit of room, and there's a little head there, you can see, and there are, although they're covered up with bits and pieces, there are 2 berths that run each side, and then they come under here, and that's quite comfortable. And if you've seen my earlier stuff, when I went out on the Deben, you'd know that I slept quite soundly. Biggest problem I have with this boat is that sailing it single-handed, that's a bit of a job to get to every bit. Even with a tiller extension on the tiller, which isn't there, your hand is only going to be perhaps there, right? And that gives you to here before you even get to the top of the cuddy. Now, all the halyards come down the mast, and when they get to the bottom of the mast, they terminate on cleat hooks there on that tabernacle, or just above the tabernacle. So what I want to do is I want to be able to get hold of those lines here. I can get to my jib sheets. There's a cleat there, and same the other side. So I can get to my jib sheets sitting here with my hand on the tiller there, more or less. And then I need to be able to just reach there and flick those jib sheets up. That's what, flick those halyards up, if I want to. I've been looking at it and thinking about it. And so I've been to Fox's Marina, and I've got 1 or 2 bits that I'm going to fit, which might make all the difference. So this is the idea. I got a D ring there, which I'm going to fit onto the top of the cuddy there, more or less, and then a double block, which I can have both of the halyards run through. I'll have them come across here, and there is a clutch type cleat which will be bolted on there, and as you can see, all I've got to do then is pull that tight, and then I can flick them up if I want to get a sail down quick. So that is today's job. That's what I'm going to try and do, and that'll be an improvement for this coming year. This is the foot of the mast. This is where the jib halyard's the green one, and the blue is the main halyard. They come over these blocks here, or over this block, and out. So that will be absolutely perfect. That's going to work a treat. I know it is. Before I even do it, that's going to be a huge improvement. So there, we'll fit those today. Yep, that'll do well. All I need to do is get some mastic under that. That'll not only help hold it on, but I'll also seal it up for any water. So I'm going to get some mastic between that plate and that, and so it's squeeged out all the way around, and that will make a nice job of that. So I'm just pushing the screws or the bolts through there. Stainless steel. I can't remember the grade, 300 and something I think is the grade. I might be wrong there, but anyway, you want to make sure you get good stainless steel. These came from Fox's Marina, so they were for the job. Don't use just any old stainless. Get something decent, because it's only a matter of pennies to make sure you get something good. And at the end of the day, you know, that's going to last you a hell of a lot longer. So so that's that on there. I've got to get inside the cuddy and tighten those up. And then, as you can see, this block will go on here, and I think that's going to work a treat. What I've done is I clamped a pair of mole grips onto the nut that's underneath, just to stop it turning, and I just got to remember which one I put it on actually. And there you go. And now I can just do them up. If not, if you can't get that to work like that, then you just got to get someone to give you a hand and sit inside. But I've got so much clobber in here at the moment, that's a bit of a job. That and the fact that this screwdriver don't really want to fit in that screw, but there it is. Right, now that's on. Now I've got to clean that. That's actually PU is what I've used. That's very good stuff. We use it a lot on the instruction of Mark Stevens at Wildway Boats. He really swear by it, and it's a lot cheaper than some of the other more mainstream ones that you can get off the shelves, like the one that we know called Sticks like something. Anyway, this is a lot cheaper, and it is very, very good. I've just got to do that up, which I can do with these if I just adjust them. There we go. So just get that nice and tight, and I shall put a wire through that, so that can't come undone. I'll put a wire through that and round, just to make that absolutely safe at this point. That's what that little hole is for. If you haven't seen that before, I just keep it out of that goo at the moment. I'm just doing this a little bit too early, but I wanted to show you what I'm sort of trying to achieve here. And the next thing that I'm going to try and do is I'm going to now fix this clutch somewhere here. As you can see, I've now got this on, which is ideal. I'm very pleased with that. Now that will now run the two halyards across this clutch, which is in easy reach of this edge and in easy reach of where I can get to the jib sheets. So I might just go a fraction further back with it to give me a little bit more. Yeah, probably there. And I've got two holes there that I've just noticed, so I'm going to stop those up at the same time, because well, I don't want water coming in, I suppose. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll mark this out now, and then we'll go from there. So that's where I want it. I'll mark that. That's it. And I'll drill those 4 holes now. I'll just check underneath there isn't anything. I knew there wasn't anything in the way, but the other thing I need to do, I think I'll make a plate to go behind this. Yeah, I'll make a plate to go behind that before I fit it. Either hardwood or steel, stainless steel, which will just give this a bit more strength here. Either that, or I've got to find 4 large washers, because although these are supplied with this size washer, that isn't really taking a lot of, that isn't going to give it a lot of strength, whereas a larger washer or a plate is going to give it what we need. So I'm going to go and have a look for one of those. Trim that hole out a bit, because that was I ain't got that quite in line, but there's now. This one is good. There we have it. That's on, and you can see my thinking. There you go. It will come from the bottom of the mast through those blocks straight to here. So I'm very pleased. That's a good morning's work. and they're good quality bits of kit, and I'm not worried about spending a few quid. They have cost me a few quid to get the right ones, but that's for safety's sake. I think that's better to spend a little bit of money and have some decent kit for that sort of job. So there you go. Next thing to do is to fit a what do they call it? They call it a one of them clinometer, which I'm going to put on just on here, somewhere here, I think. Because Sue is a little bit worried about how far the boat is heeling, and so with a sort of like something in her head of how far it is heeling, she'll see. She knows how far it's allowed to heel, that's just the feel of it. So something to make her feel a little bit more secure is always good. I got it sanded down, you can see here. Hendrick's done quite a bit of that. I just finished it off. And what I want to do now is I'm going to tape up this line. That's important to keep this line, which is where the paint work finish and the undersill starts. So I'm going to tape that up right the way around the boat, and with just a masking tape, and hopefully that will give me a good crisp line where where the two join. There we go. That's there. Sort of straight on this boat. That's the way that hull is. Oh, there you go. That's better. Don't mind lapping it a little, but I don't want to lose too much of it. So just like that, and I'll carry on right round it. So there you are. That's now taped up right round. And the next job will be to get some anti-foul and get that on with a roller. Okay, right, double bluff has got all taped up and ready to go and all sanded down. Apart from this job, this boat is ready to go, so I'm looking forward to this because this is the end of it. The only thing that I must say, which there'll be another video on later, is we're going to have a boom tent made by Wildway Boats. Terry at Wildway Boats will make it up for me. So she's coming to measure that up. But to do that, we've got to have the boat out and we've got to have her rigged because we've got to measure up the height of the boom and where the fixings are going and everything like that. So that'll be another video. But anyway, this is just about coming to it now. I'm very pleased. I've checked round inside. Everything is in there that should be for this coming season, which includes barbecue and barbecue coal and all the bits and bobs that you need to just be comfortable. I'm really looking forward to getting back out on the river. Can't wait. So the next thing to do is get this anti-foul on, and I mean, everyone's got different ways of doing different jobs, and they do it that work for them. This is not an over-expensive anti-foul. That's very affordable. I do it every year, so it don't really matter. And it's only a little boat, so it's not a terrific amount of work. And so this is anti-foul, and you can get different colours, and that's black. I'm going to put it on with a roller. Here's the roller. That's a very, very tight foam roller. I've got a tray, which you can see has had some green paint in it, but normally that don't get any paint in. I just can't find a clean tray. But these little things, you can see that, they just sit in there, and they're ideal because you can actually have a new tray and keep it new, if you know what I mean. The reason I'm using it is because my mate Mark painted a chest of drawers with some green paint and borrowed my tray. Right, and so he didn't use one of these, and I don't want to get the flecks in any flecks of green paint in it, so that's basically why I'm using it. But they just sit in there, and then you can throw the roller, not the handle, just the roller part, the foam bit, and this away at the end, and your tray is clean and you're ready to go at a later date. So anyway, there you go. That's how I'm going to do it. You can comment in the bottom if you think I'm doing it wrong, but there you go. That's how I'm doing it. So that's how it's going to be. Anyway, there you go. I'll set this camera up so you can see what I'm up to. It's not very exciting. I'm just painting the boat. A Swiss Army knife. Always a handy bit of gadgetry. What I do like about this particular underseal, what am I talking about? Anti-foul, is that you can see the copper in it. There's a lot of copper floating about in it. They actually sit on top of the paint. So what a good stir, and that's what I do like that. So good stir is important. That's good, and this go on well and it cover very well. It's dry. I'll just put that out of the way so I can pick that over. being careful of the tape at the top, so we don't get any on the blue, and if I do, that'll just be easy enough to wipe off as long as I get it while I'm still wet, but rather not have the job. I don't know if you can see that, but there, you can see I've just left that sitting for a little while, and that copper has come to the top. There, look. You can see it. There's a lot of copper in it, as I say. I do rate it, and it does also give you a really good finish with just one covering. So, although that'll have two, but yes, good stuff. Round the other side now. It's not taking me very long at all with this. That is a really good cover, this stuff. I really do like it. In fact, I've only used about, I don't know, half a litre so far. I reckon I'll use about a litre. That's a 2.5 litre tin. I reckon I'll use about a litre by the time I've finished, and if I have, I'm going to do the sweet Sue with it. That is, she's red at the moment, but I've got the stuff and I like it, so I think the sweet Sue might have a slight change of colour. She might be, I think she's Mauritius blue, international Mauritius blue and black, with a white deck, and I think she'll look nice. There we are, all anti-fouled and ready to be lifted to have the boom tent fitted. Don't walk away, Roger. This is my mate Roger. You can see, I thought it was a baseball cap he'd got on and that he was a gangster rapper in his spare time, but no, it's not a baseball cap. That's a little sort of beanie thing. But there you go, there's Roger. Say hello, Roger.
Hello,
There's something very satisfying about taking this tape off. Isn't that lovely? So there you are. That's a nice crisp line around there. That's all drying nicely, that last coat. So, very pleased. She's ready to go in. She could go in today, but she won't do. We're not going to rush it because the weather is going to be a little bit dubious. Anyway, there you go. She could go in, but she's not going to yet. It is only the second week of January, and might put her in and have a winter sail if things look good. But anyway, otherwise, she'll be going in about the next 8 weeks, and that'll be lovely. We'll get some film of the boom tent being made up, and might even get some film of Terry actually making it. We'll see how that goes. But we've got to get this boat out into the yard, get it rigged, before we can do that. So there you go. That's Suffolk sail on the salt marsh for another week. Hope that's been helpful, and you'll no doubt see some of getting this boat in the water. But just to recap what we've done, we have put some more gear on the top to take the halyards, and we've put a clinometer, I think it's called, to show what angle you're sailing at, and we've cleaned it down and anti-fouled it, and she's ready to go, and I can't wait. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Cheerio.